Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. Today is another very beautiful Wednesday morning, and we come once again with our prediction on this very channel. As we know, so many games are always going on across the globe, and among these many games, we're able to select a few of them. Looking into these matches before bringing it forward for you. All right. We saw yesterday how we fared. We had a very successful outing yesterday. We saw, 5 games out of 6, came out just the way we predicted them. So the first ticket that we had yesterday was actually very, successful. All the matches as predicted it came out just the way we predicted it. And they would have been a perfect, 6 yesterday, but also Bayern Munich losing out to Bayern Leverkusen. That was the only, downside yesterday. But kudos to those of us who played the first ticket, and congratulations to all of you. And today again we have come again with our games, and in a short while we'll be looking at these matches. But I want to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button right now, so that you will not be missing out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay, right. That being said, all right, let's head to the business of today, and we'll be starting with today's first ticket with the first match in England. We'll have Newcastle who will be facing Liverpool. Okay, and take a look at recent matches of both sides. You can see that Newcastle in the last 6 have actually won 3 games out of the last 6 matches that they had, and they've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. But Liverpool side, their away side, have been very inspirational this season. They've actually doing so well that the last 6 games that they had have seen them winning all 6. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that for Newcastle, they've not been bad actually, because they've actually won 7 games in the last 10 home matches that they had, and they've had 1 draw as well as 2 losses. Okay, the last home match they had was against West Ham. We saw them losing that match by 2 goals to nothing. And when you look at Liverpool, on the other hand, in the last 10 away games, I've seen them winning 9 games out of those 10 away games, and the other one being a draw, which was 2-2 draw against Arsenal. Okay, but in this very account, when we put all this together, we know that Liverpool is much more expected to rise to the occasion and win, seeing the form that they have at the moment, and it is their way side to win outrightly. That's what our party for this very game. I will win. That what we expect. Okay, and the next game we have is in German DFB Pokal, German Cup. We will have Karlarurhe who will be up against Augsburg. Okay, in this very encounter, we know that Karlarurhe is in the 2nd division, and Augsburg is actually in the top flight of German league. And in the recent games of both sides, you could see that for the home side, they've been able to win 2 matches. They had 3 losses as well as 1 draw in the last 6 games. But our side, Augsburg, have won 3 games, 2 draws, but have lost 1 in the last recent games that they had. So when we put all that together, we know that their away side is a stronger side, and we expect them to not lose out in this very encounter. And it is their away side to either win or draw. That's what we expect in this very one. Okay, all right. And the next game I will have for you in the first ticket is that in German in Dutch Eredivisie, Holland, where we have Ajax Amsterdam who will be up against Utrecht. Okay, and recent games for both sides, you could see that Ajax have actually won 4 games out of the last 6 matches that they had. They've also had 1 draw, but have also had 1 loss. And away side Utrecht have won 4 games and they have lost 2 in the last recent 6 matches. And then we look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that playing from home, Ajax Amsterdam have actually won 9 games in the last 10 home matches. All right, losing just 1, and away side Utrecht have actually been doing so well. They've won 7 games out of the last 10 away games that they had, and they've also had 3 draws. But in this very encounter, when we put all that together, knowing that the last time both teams met, it was Ajax who played from home, and they won on that occasion by 2 goals to nil. That tells you a lot about this 2 sides. Also noting the fact that the last okay, it was Ajax who won by 2 goals to nil, and this very encounter we still expect as Ajax Amsterdam to also rise to the occasion and win outright this very encounter. So who win? That's what we expect for that very one. Okay, all right. That concludes the first ticket for today, and we'll head to the second ticket for today, and it starts with the match in the Serbia League. We'll have a Slovan Bratislava who will be coming up against Komárno. Okay, when you in recent games for both sides, you could see that the home side have actually had 3 wins 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And Komárno on their away side have had just 1 win in the last 6 matches, and they've got 1 draw as well as 4 losses in the last 6 matches that they had so far. And when you look at how these two teams fared, you know, from head-to-head perspective, you can see that it is the home side who have actually been quite dominant, winning 2 times out of the last 3 meetings for both sides. And what also the last time they met was actually this year in July. We saw them playing out a 4-1 victory against Slovan Bratislava, winning by 4 goals to 1 against the Komárno. And in this very encounter, we expect to see 3 goals, a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter, because judging by the fact that the home side, the last 10 home matches that they had have produced, over 2.5 9 times out of 10, and the away side have actually seen over 2.5 8 times out of 10. That tells you, these are teams that score goals and concede as well. So it is over 2.5. That's our value for that very game. Okay, the next is an English Premier League, where we have Southampton, who will be facing Chelsea. Okay, looking at recent games for both sides, you could see that Southampton in the last 6 have only managed 2 wins, and have had 3 losses as well as 1 draw, 3 losses and 1 draw. And Chelsea, the away side, have actually won 4 games in the last 6 matches. They've not lost any, but they've had 2 draws in the last 6 games that they had. Looking at how they fared from recent home and away perspective, you see that the home side, Southampton, have managed to achieve 3 victories, 3 draws, but have lost 4 matches in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. And away side Chelsea have been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw and 3 losses in the last 10 away games that they had. All right, the last time both teams met, it was Southampton who won. That was last year from away by 1-0. But in this one, we'll be expecting a win for the away side, Chelsea FC, to win out shortly in this very one. It is the away side to win. That's what we expect in this very game. Okay. All right, that takes us to the next, which happen to be the last for today. It is in Belgium Cup, where we have a Genk will be up against Standard Liège. Okay, Genk, the home side, have actually had 4 wins in the last 6 matches. They've also had 1 draw as well as a single loss. And away side, on the other hand, Standard Liège have managed to achieve 3 wins, 2 losses, but 1 draw in the last 6 matches. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that for the home side, Genk, in the last 10 home matches, they've actually won 8 games out of the last 10 home matches that they have so far. That tells you a lot about this very side. But the other 2 being a draw. They've not lost any single match in the last 10 home matches. Genk have been doing so very well. And when you look at their Standard Liège, their away side, in the last 10 away games, have managed to achieve 3 victories, 2 draws, but as well as 5 losses in the last 10 away matches for their away side. And when we put all that together, that Genk, the home side, is expected to rise to occasion and achieve a result in this one. It is the home side to actually win out shortly. That's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, that concludes our predictions for you today on BetCraft. I wish you the very best of luck. Also, remember to play responsibly. These are only football matches. Sometimes it may not be what it seems. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up on the channel with our predictions. All right, but until then, keep winning.